What's up, everybody? You're checking out the Uncensored Wrestling Podcast, what the world is listening to. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity MC, and today we are recapping WWE Fastlane 2023. It was live on my 30th birthday, October 7th, in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we start out the night with the WWE Undisputed Tag Team titles on the line. The champions of Judgment Day defending against Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, and this is a decent tag match. There was a lot of action here, a lot of back and forth moments. We saw Damian Priest choke slam Cody Rhodes onto the apron, all four-man brawl. JD McDonough then comes out and he accidentally hits Damian Priest's leg with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Cody Rhodes nails a crossroad on the table to Damian Priest, and then Jey Uso and Cody nail the slingshot 1D crossroads combo to Finn Balor to become your new WWE Tag Team Champions. So I was surprised with this one. I didn't think the Judgment Day would lose, but it looks like they're shaking things up with the storyline. I'm interested to see how this tag team between Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso is going to coexist for and what they're going to do. But I was excited to see this big surprise in the beginning of the night. So decent match. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. Nothing new here, but it was decent. Next, we have Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits taking on Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar, and they come out together without anyone as their partner. Bobby Lashley destroys both men, and then basically Zelina Vega hits Montez Ford with a meteor on the floor, and as Street Profits and Bobby Lashley gain control, Carlito comes back. He showed up in WWE again at Backlash in Puerto Rico. He is here live at Fastlane. Carlito makes a return. He nails a backstabber to Montez Ford, and Carlito, Santos Escobar, and Rey Mysterio are victorious here. Carlito being the mystery partner. I thought this was a not great match. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. I felt like Carlito should have showed up in the beginning, so it wasn't such a handicap match. But Carlito showing up nevertheless was a great surprise. I was glad to see him come out. We find out WWE Crown Jewel will be taking place on November 4th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We see Jade Cargill arriving backstage where she meets up with Triple H. This is her first appearance on WWE television. Jade Cargill, former AEW TBS champion, now a part of WWE, and it's the first time we see her on a WWE screen. Speaking of women, we have the WWE Women's Championship Triple Threat match. The champion Io Sky defending against Asuka and Charlotte Flair. And this is a very good triple threat match. The action was just nonstop between all three women. There's a lot of action. Io hit Asuka, nails a powerbomb to Charlotte Flair, puts Io Sky on top of her shoulders. Charlotte has Asuka locked in the figure eight. Bayley distracts the referee. Asuka taps out to the figure eight, but Io Sky nails the over the moonsault to Charlotte Flair, and she gets the pinfall. Io Sky retains the title with some help from Bayley. I gave this match a 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. But seeing Io Sky retain was good. There was also a moment in the match in the beginning when Asuka sprayed Charlotte Flair in the eyes of mist that I was not expecting. It was good to see Io Sky get the win, but I have a feeling we're going to see Charlotte Flair versus Io at Crown Jewel because they went over the fact that Charlotte made Asuka tap out. Next, Pat McAfee comes out and he introduces John Cena for their tag match. We're seeing John Cena and LA Knight taking on the Bloodline, Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa with Paul Heyman by their side. This is a decent match. John Cena got attacked pretty much from the beginning. LA Knight then comes in and takes control. LA nails Jimmy Uso with a leaping superplex. That was cool. And the end comes when LA Knight hits Jimmy Uso with a BFT 3 count. I gave this match a 3 out of 5 stars because LA Knight looked good. John Cena did look good. I'm a big Cena fan, so I was happy to see him. But other than that, it was a basic match, to be honest. But seeing John Cena on pay-per-view was great to see him there and defeating I'm sorry to had a brain freeze. Defeating Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa just puts a more target on Cena's back heading into Crown Jewel, and with Roman Reigns appearing on this Friday on SmackDown, a lot's going to happen. We see the Judgment Day all backstage. Damian Priest says he's not going home empty-handed. He wants to cash in tonight. Rhea tells him if he's not ready for that, rest up and give me the briefcase. Priest hands it over to her, and Rhea is definitely coming out as the leader of this group here. We see Declan McMahon, Shane McMahon's son, in the crowd. He is a part of the Indianapolis college football team, so he was there to represent his team. He looks older, and I'm excited to see maybe he'll do something in WWE. Well, we have come to our main event, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the line in a last man standing match. The champion Seth freaking Rollins defending against his challenger Shinsuke Nakamura. This is the second time they're going to fight. This time it is last man standing rules. A lot of action start off the night. We saw a moment where Rollins rams the ladders Nakamura's face. Nakamura attacks Seth Rollins in the back with chair numerous times. He being Nakamura, attacks Seth Rollins with nunchucks. We see a moment where Nakamura backdrops Seth Rollins on the concrete floor. Then we see a moment where Nakamura nails a flying double knee to Seth Rollins through a table. That was crazy. We then see a moment where Nakamura sprays mist in Rollins' eyes, and he pushes Seth Rollins off a ladder through the announce table. We all thought that was it, but it wasn't. Nakamura then gets up and nails a backbreaker onto a chair and a Kinshasa through a table. But the end comes after Rollins is able to overcome that. He pedigrees Nakamura, nails a stomp, and then while on top of a balcony in the crowd, Rollins nails a Falcon Arrow off the ledge, off the balcony, through a table on the ground. And Seth Rollins is the last man standing. I gave that match a 4 out of 5 stars. It was the best match on the card. Great action. For a last man standing match, you're gonna get extreme hardcore stuff, but I liked how they used the ladders. I liked how the nunchucks came to play. I liked the psychology of Nakamura attacking Rollins' back. I'm excited to see what's next for both individuals, but more likely what's next for Rollins. So with this being the end of this pay-per-view, I'm going to give it a C because it wasn't great, it wasn't terrible, but nothing really stood out to me except for that main event. The opening contest wasn't that bad either, the tag team match, but all in all, decent pay-per-view on our road to Crown Jewel and Survivor Series. With that, I want you guys to make sure you subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, stay notified when new content is created. Follow us on YouTube. Also, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. My question for you is, did you enjoy this pay-per-view? Yes or no? That's going to be the poll. Give me your answer and let me know in the comments. Did you enjoy this pay-per-view? Yes or no? And why in the comments. So thank you guys. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.